Dr. Gopinathan sir to demonstrate one of the all-inside device for the audience. Can we have the mic for sir? We will have it after this session. One more live surgery with Dr. Sujit Joy sir, who has joined us. So with now this, I request Dr. Gopinathan sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, we have the meniscus model. So from this place only we can demonstrate. Can we switch on the mic, please? Kamal, can we have you here to help sir for the demonstration? So this is the all-inside device with the name of Air Plus. A couple of live surgeries has been done today. Couple has been already shown by Dr. Deepak Chaudhary sir, Dr. Prathmesh Jain sir. We have one more live surgery with the faculty Dr. Sujit Joy sir next coming up. So this is was live demonstration, and I hand over the session to you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, this is the second generation, isn't it?
Yes.
This is Air Plus. So it was recently introduced. So the advantage, let me first tell you the advantage. They claim that this needle can be bent to up to 90 degrees. So most of the time right now, as previously said, like we started using this all inside even up to the body right now. So it won't be possible for other implants, like other devices, to pre-bend it. So if you pre-bend it, probably the anchor won't deploy, it might be a failure. So here they claim it that you can bend it up to 90 degrees. So you can easily use it up to the body level, or at least anterior-wise. And second thing, in arthroscopy surgery, I prefer like to have a counter check measure for every step, because it's a keyhole surgery. If you miss a step, then we're gone, like tunnel blow. So in such cases, I prefer that they have made a lot of counter check measures over here, because you might be handling the knee in different positions, you know. Like always you'll not be having comfort in deploying the anchors. So here they are given two different plungers. One is a plunger, one is a trigger. So if at all you're keeping your hand in an awkward position, you might be very much comfortable either using a trigger or a plunger. So this is a plunger, this is a trigger. And again, second counter check measure is, you do not know whether the anchor is deployed or not. You have two anchors over here inside. So again, you do not know whether the anchor is deployed. So here they're given three counter check measures. One is the tactile sensation, one is the click, what you hear, and third is these two holes. I'll just show you in a while. So the moment you deploy the first anchor, this black color device will just come and engage the first hole. And the moment you deploy the second anchor, the second hole will be engaged. So that it will be very much clear, both by sensation and also visibility, that the anchors are deployed safely. So that's and completely it's a transparent device, so you know where the anchors are, and even the threads are blue and white, tiger that sort of thing, so it's quite visible in with suboptimal camera vision. So again, the third most important thing is here again, a repair can be of any zones, white zone, red zone, and red zone. So the depth of the repair to be taken out depends. So here you can adjust it with the calibration over here right from 12 millimeter to 24 millimeter, if I'm right. So again, this you might be eyeballing it of how much depth you have to go inside. Sometimes you might keep a longer length as well, especially when you work on the body aspect in the middle meniscus. You might be encountering near the MCL. You should not be taking the bite on the MCL as well. So that if you think after plunging it, after fixing the repair or crossing the repair, if you think the needle is a little larger, if you think it might deploy including the MCL or skin, you just can adjust the depth over here inside it. So all these things are for the comfort zone and for ease of deployment. So with that, I'll just go and deploy it. So here, I'm just going to show these are the depth measurements. You can see this one going down and going up right from the depth. So here it starts with 12, 14, 16 and up to 20. You can see how long it goes. So the angle is already over here, and I'm going to show here, I'm going to bend it anyhow. So this makes a comfortable position where you can, so because earlier we were doing inside out repair, so they give zone specific cannulas to work on the posterior, middle and the anterior aspect. Here you can use it as a zone specific once you just adjust accordingly.
Meanwhile, sir, demonstrate. Sir, you can please continue.
Okay.
We have the device at the striker stall. So tomorrow also, all the delegates are requested. If you need more information and hands-on, we can have the device demonstrated at the striker stall. This is just a demonstration.
So I wanted to keep a larger length. Okay. So I just plunge it over here. So under vision, it comes out. It's quite tough. Okay. So right now, I think the needle is quite large, isn't it? I just can pull it out like this. This is going to be a little tough here because it's not normal tissue, isn't it? Okay. So then I just load it right now. Just pull it back. You can hear the sound. Then either if at all I'm in this comfortable position, I have a checkpoint. I have a grip over the anchor, over the device, and just have to push it. You can see the anchor is deployed. You heard the click, and right now you can, one second, let it out. you can see this first hole is engaged with the black device. Now you had the tactile sensation, the click sound, and the three things. So this is quite a costly device, isn't it? All are worried about the price issue. If at all you damage, again the patient has to pay or you have to bear the cost. So this is helpful, and moreover it's quite convenient. And again, for the second stitch, you just remove it. Sorry. And again, plunge it in upper position. And even second time you can adjust the length if at all you want. And again, load it, sound, you can hear the sound. And if at all, if you are in this position, if you want, you can plunge it over here. So that makes the repair, complete repair. So again, you just gradually pull it, and this just comes off it. And you have your special device to just load the lock, the repair, and you just have to pull it over here. Yeah.
Thank you.
Understood?
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. With this, I request Dr. Sujit Joy sir to be on the dais to show the live surgery. And after this, we will have one more live product demonstration by Dr. Nikhil Likhate sir. Sir ka PPT. Sir ka apne copy kiya tha na?
That's not it. Yeah. Good evening. So we'll see another case of meniscus repair. Already you've seen many videos and cases. So that's the patient. He was a 34-year-old aviation engineer. He works in Dubai for an airline company. He had a twisting injury while doing recreational sport. And there was pain and locking of the knee joint for 2 weeks, and he was not able to extend the knee joint. So those were the X-rays, relatively unremarkable. And that's the MRI, the coronal view. You can see the meniscus is partly missing there, and it has displaced inwards. And that's the SAG image, where you can see the meniscus displaced, and the medial meniscus is having a trouble there. And that's the diagnostic scopy. The lateral compartment, you can see the lateral meniscus is good, and the cartilage on the femur and tibia are fine. And that's the medial side, where you can see the displaced longitudinal tear of the medial meniscus, and it is in zone 1, between zone 1 and 2, and you can see the bleeding points on the lateral aspect already. But you can see the edges are little frayed. Once upon a time, we were afraid to touch this type of lesions, and that's a shaver. That's a very useful instrument. It's a 2.7 mm shaver, which is useful to debride small lesions without the fear of the meniscus being sucked in and cut off. So I use that, and you can do a trephination for the lateral side, especially if it is of more duration. This is 2 to 3 weeks. That was not required. The edges identified, and the cartilage is good. That's the Air Plus device again. This is one of the most useful and user-friendly instruments. It's never, they say there is a guarantee that it will never misfire. So the older generation ones had this problem of misfiring or bending. If it bends more than 20 degrees, you just waste it. But here you can use it without fear. You can bend it. So you can see that I'm bending the Air Plus to whatever degree I want. And it hasn't malfunctioned with me till date, touch wood. And that's the posterior horn being repaired. And it's very convenient. So the technical pearls are another person should be holding the leg. Don't try to handle everything together. In our country, we are at liberty to have people helping us. Unlike in Europe, maybe you may have to hold with your leg. Some people are used to that. I'm not, because especially with the experience with the older devices, they can malfunction with a slight jerk, which could happen while you're doing this. So have total control. Have another person hold the camera for you while the device is being deployed, and you can see the outside video where the plunger or the hand device can be used. I'm using the plunger this time. It's quite convenient. The cost is the issue, yes, but then meniscus repaired, you get a good happy patient, and you never pull on the thread. You always push. using the pusher and the cutter. So if you pull, you can just tear off the meniscus sometimes, or the anchor, the weak anchors which deploy on the other side can come off. So always push and load it there, and you cut it. So this is the first inside, and that's the second all inside device being used for the repair. You could, yes, for inside out repair, you need a safety incision. So here in inside, all inside device, you can avoid the safety incision. Of course, if cost is not an issue and if the insurances are covering it, yes. And there's a second suture. This is an Air 1 device. That was Air Plus, the first one. So this is when I started using it. And there is a little more extension of the tear. So every 5 to 8 millimeters, it is better to have one fixation point. So that is the anterior, inside out. That's the needle, spinal needle coming in. And you can use PDS. I use a PDS number 0 to shuttle through a small mini incision. So you can save the patient from a long safety incision. So you used all inside posteriorly and the inside, outside in for the anterior horn to complete it. Those are the knots being tied. That's a sliding knot, and that's it. So that's the Air Plus device. You've already seen the demonstration by Dr. Gopinathan, the wonderful demonstration, and you can use it either ways, and it's very convenient, and I think it's the best around. So technical pearls use a slotted cannula to allow easy access to the portal, the camera to be held by an expert assistant or a nurse. Adequate distractions joint to be maintained, medial pike resting, MCL whenever required. Keep both your hands free for management of the repair device well, and set the depth of the meniscus puncture depending on the tear pattern, and this device allows you to change that in between while doing it. And check the trajectory of the repair using a probe before bringing the repair device in. So you may end up having a suboptimal position. So always have a slotted cannula, check the position of your entry and the entry direction. You can switch portals as required. You can use a high anterior medial and lateral portal if required. The Air Plus allows bending of the tip as necessary. It almost never misfires, and avoid pulling out the suture limb to tighten the knot. Always push and cut with a knot pusher cum cutter. Thank you.